YouTube, YouTube community, YouTube family, Nightwish Army. Okay. I haven't done a Nightwish video in a very, very, very long time, partly due to the fact that because I've done the catch up, I went back and I listened to all of their music. Finally got through Human Nature. I hear there's talk of them trying to come out with another one. I also know that Marco did leave, which is unfortunate, and I know that Flora is focusing on some more solo work. Hopefully she sticks around, but if she pursues other interests, fully support it, and I know we'll all back her. But guys, I found the Holy Grail, and it took me almost 3 years to find. I had to do some digging, and I found it. The Poet and the Pendulum. If you see my video, this one made me like uncontrollably sob by the end of the song. But I found the demo version with Marco singing it. I've been trying to find it and get to this one for a long time. I found it, and we are going to seriously listen to it because you just have to. That's just all there is to it. Marco is an amazing singer. He's an amazing musician. Marco, if you see this video, I understand the reasons why you left, and that has not made me think any less of you. I actually fully support what you have done, but I cannot wait to hear this masterpiece done by the one and only person besides Floor who could do it. So, without further ado, I'm just going to watch it. If you guys want to watch with me, fine. But we're going to get this started right now. Why does that immediately sound more beautiful than the choir boy that they did for the original track? Why? Before it kicks in, I already know this is going to be just fucking incredible. Marco. I mean, let's all admit it, all right? It's 2023. Let's just admit that we love Nightwish. Flora's amazing, but it's Marco that we stay for. Can we just admit that, please? Thank you. Dumb question. Okay, I know that in the video that we've all reacted to and seen, At Wembley, it was Kai was the drummer then. Um, Yuka, I believe, was still the drummer on this one, right? I think so. I could easily look it up, but I'm asking you. So I'm kind of curious to see Kai and Yuka were amazing drummers on their own. Um, but they each had different styles by the way that they played. If that made any sense, and if this is Yuka, I'm gonna see if it reflects it here. I can't. Just damn, Marco. Oh my god. This is the most amazing thing I've ever fucking heard. I'm sorry, Floor, but this is Marco's song. I'm sorry. With technically, backtrack, this is Thomas's song. Okay, we all know that. But this was written for Marco. Let's face facts. Annette, when she did it, I've said it before, I think she did it just for the prestige of being with Nightwish. Um, the way that I saw Annette perform, it was kind of more of a slap in the face to Taria. Like, okay, yeah, now I'm doing this, which probably was one of the reasons it just led to Annette being gone. And then Floor came in and she brought emotion to it. Like, she made you feel everything that was going through Thomas's head and heart during that whole time. And she just ripped your heart out with it. Like, go watch my video. I'll put it up here. Or it'll be up here. One of these corners, it'll pop up. Go watch it. I couldn't even say anything by the time I heard Floor sing it. I was just wet face, bawling. But Marco, he's got that, dare I say, like, mysticism when he's singing this, and because he's got that male voice, it fits. Obviously, it was a male who wrote the song based on what a male was going through. So he's got that voice, that pleading, mystical voice that just fits so perfectly with not only the meaning, but also the music itself. This is the fucking greatest thing I've ever fucking heard. And I'm not, like, another voice in the background, and I know that Troy does some background as well. Was Troy a part of this? Because I'm hearing another voice in the background, or did they just take Marco's voice and overlay it with, you know how they do sometimes, like Cradle of Filth does it a lot. They'll take Danny's voice in one pitch and his voice in another pitch. There's another guy too that does it, that they overlay to make that unique sound. Is that what they're doing here? If does anybody know? If so, let me know because it's fucking amazing and I hope it's Troy. Marco. I'm gonna get a copyright on this because I'm not gonna stop this part. The Pacific is the movement, we'll call it. So yeah. But there's that voice again. It's layered. I can hear it. It really does kind of sound like Troy, but then again, I could be wrong. Tuck me. Tell me Marco also does the speaking, the spoken word sections.
Would you like to raid my rotting carcass, dissect my heart, and desecrate my rest? Would make you come, wouldn't it? You live long enough to hear the sound of guns, long enough to find yourself screaming every night, long enough to see your friends betray you. For 11 years, I've been strapped.
Yeah, that's different. What did he say?
Would you like to raid my rotting carcass, dissect my heart, and desecrate my rest?
Say raid my morning carcass, dissect my heart, desecrate my morning rest.
Would make you come, wouldn't it? You live long enough to hear the sound of guns, long enough to find yourself screaming every night, long enough to see your friends betray you. For 11 years, I've been strapped onto this altar.
11 years. So 96. That would have put it 2005. So 94. 11 years, he says, he'd been strapped onto this altar. I know that Thomas loved Nightwish. I know that he loved creating it, building it with the amazing people that he had with him, his friends. Yuka, Ampu, Troy, in obviously Marco in the beginning, Taria, we're all friends. So this altar, when he puts it like that, because in the Wembley version, he says 4 years, not 4 as in a number, but for years, which an infinite amount of time or an indefinite amount of time. But now he's saying 11 years specifically. In the released album version, he mentions it's 2005 that Thomas is called from the cares of the world. So 10, yeah, 94. So is this altar, like, when he puts it this way, it makes you rethink it. Is that altar, because you worship at an altar, so is that like what he had worshipped? He had worshipped the music and it caught up to him, or the altar in which he makes a sacrifice? So when he straps into the altar, and if he is referencing a sacrifice, that's like a forced sacrifice, where he sacrificed himself, spent 11 years sacrificing himself for this music, only for it to end, let's face it, because of Taria's greed. God, this puts a whole new... This is way more insightful with this new wording into the mind of Thomas. It makes it, wow, a lot more personal.
Now I only have 3 minutes and counting. I just wish the tide would catch me first and give me a death I always longed for.
Still 3 minutes exactly. Back this up a little bit. Is it still 3 minutes exactly?
For 11 years, I've been strapped onto this altar. Now I only have 3 minutes and counting.
7 minutes.
I just wish the tide would catch me first and give me a death I always
6 minutes and 58 seconds. He says 3 minutes. Definitely Yuka's drums.
Second brother to the right, I cry.
sorry, I got fucking serious for a minute, and I really shouldn't be excited at this part of the song, but fucking A, Marco. Oh my god, man. No disrespect to Floor, but this song was always Marco's song. It
Today in the year of our Lord 2007, Thomas was called from the
2007 now. Why the change? Because the version that we all know in the YouTube community, the community that was performed in Wembley, was 2005. So was 2005 the year that it all started, or is 2007 the year that it ended? I should know this because I should know the history, but they're referencing two different years now. This version is way more personal than the final release. Way more cryptic and more violently painful as far as the mind goes, the mentally health goes, because he mentioned earlier like desecrating his heart and his veins and raping his corpse. So this is more like from not so much the anguish and the agony, but the pain and the violent thoughts going through his head.
of this world. He stopped crying at the end of each beautiful day. The music he wrote had too long been without silence. He was found naked and dead, with a smile in his face, a pen, and 1,000 pages of erased text.
And it doesn't have the sound of the blade. Jesus fuck, man. I mean, that song is already hard enough to listen to. And I went from excited to hearing Marco do it, and it is amazing ability to not just sing a song, but to grip you as well. And I had finally gotten to a point where I could listen to this song without at least choking up. Oh, Marco, you made it really, really hard to keep it together that last bit. Holy shit. Nightwish Army, I know how you guys are. I know that saying anything against Floor is blasphemy and enough to get me canceled. This is the version that should have been released all along. This song was written by Thomas for Marco to deliver. I don't think they realized it. I don't think Thomas knew it. I don't think Marco knew it. This isn't the version of the song that we wanted. This is the version of the song that we needed. Jesus Christ. I thought Marco had broke me the first time I heard While Your Lips Are Still Red. And I heard that song for the first time a week before my wife passed. I'm really trying hard to keep it together, guys. I my last reaction to this song, I just cut it off because I couldn't say anything. I feel I owe you guys something at the end of the video instead of just watching it and dipping out. Wow. Hell of a fucking job, Marco. One, stepping in when there is not a singer to do it. While they're, writing it, obviously during that transition between Taria and Annette, somebody had to step in. I honestly would have even been fine if Marco did the vocals from that point on. Now, knowing what his full potential is as a singer now, we could have skipped the Annette era. In my personal opinion, no offense to Floor Jansen, this is Marco's song. Whether we like to admit it or not, whether you diehard Floor fans admit it or not, I will stand by this and it will make or break my channel. Thank you, Marco. Holy shit.